see how they perform in the Search and Destroys. Now, the matchup I'm just thinking about in my head, I'm comparing both these lineups. I feel like Echo Fox just have more slaying power that they're going to bring to the table here, which is something that I think Splyce is going to have trouble dealing with.
And it is going to be interesting as well, I think, just like the guns that these players go off the rip. Because like Redder's heard, they've been just very adamant about, we're running 3 subs on it, but you can see it was Facento had the bar, and then he's got Aqua behind him with another AR. So you're going to have different setups, and I actually didn't keep track of Splyce well enough.
It's all good. We'll see how it plays out. You definitely have Mad Cat with an AR, so it's going to be 3 subs coming out of Splyce. And look, I think Echo Fox, you look at the side that they're spawning on, right? Thinking a bit ahead of the game with that second hardpoint coming up over near the wine side of the map. Maybe those assault rifle players could offer them a bit more control on the favorable side of the map. Coming around the flank on the first hardpoint, Temp does get cut down. It's Echo Fox, specifically Aqua inside the hardpoint. Can't finish a kill as Josh finds 2. Typically what we see on this first hardpoint, just a bloodbath between both these teams, just wall banging back and forth, but it looks like Echo Fox might be able to stabilize here. Facento with the assault rifle, he's going to reposition over near top red as now they're putting pressure onto the Splyce spawns.
Well, I mean, if you want to stick with the theme of just like 2 ARs, the question is how do you utilize them? And I think they did the right thing. Facento goes for the wall bangs, and then Aqua went top wine just to lock mid-map down by himself. And you actually saw the Splyce players off the rip try to push mid-map. One gets taken down, and then they got to turn and go right back. So, yeah, I think Echo Fox, the game plan was correct. At least off the rip with the 2 AR setup. They used it well, of course, though. We're just 1 hill deep, and it's still only a 13-point game.
And that's an important kill for Temp to get, as Bance was trying to influence the spawns for Splyce. He was able to get behind enemy lines, but quickly cut down and dealt with. And you see the members from Echo Fox spawning up almost essentially right next to that hard point. Important engagements now going down over near back ammo. It's number 2, Jared able to sneak on through. Jared can make a big play happen for his team. He has a teammate inside the hard point who just fell in. Temp with a huge 2-piece, says it should be Echo Fox now stabilizing. But you see Splyce, one up on the map. Over near the radio tower side, they're going to split push through ammo, through middle map. Let's see if they can collapse onto this setup.
Well, they're going to have to speed it up because at this point they might just be there for the scrap time, and that's if they win the gunfights. They got 2 players left that can challenge the front. One's going to be inside and others working, and actually it works out pretty well. They are going to get the break, and it looks like Echo Fox is maybe just going to forfeit the time. Maybe chuck some nades over, hope to get the last kill, as Temp is actually going to be playing for streaks, but if he doesn't get these streaks, this could be incredibly wasteful. But this huge 1v1, he comes out on top. Not only does he get the kill, gets the hill time, gets fully streaked out, and, well, Splyce wins the rotation battle, but now you got Temp fully streaked out to use him right back.
Yeah, completely worth it. His teammates now set up in position. You see Facento waiting in the wings. I think Temp is just going to wait a little bit longer, allow his teammates to get a bit for their push-up, and here you go. Glide Bomb gets called in, looking to find a player to take out. It's going to be Bance inside the hard point. He falls, but where's the collapse from Echo Fox? It's Facento pushing right through the front. 2 fall. It's all down to Facento. The Glide Bomb, even though it picks up a kill, nothing comes off the back of it. Not a big follow-up from Echo Fox. And now Temp is going to use the artillery barrage, looking to just deny time from Splyce.
Well, Vance might just hug the edge, so the question is like, how long can this man even survive inside of it? And the gunfight's going to come down between him and Temp as well, but in all honesty, like, this is not a terrible thing from Splyce. They burned 2 incredibly impactful streaks, the Glide Bomb a little bit less so, but they keep control as well. Of course, though, Temp and Aqua on the resurgence. It looks like they're going to be successful. Do it with the gun, I'd say, but the opportunity that Echo Fox had, I think, on that hill was definitely wasted because pretty tight game we have. And again, those 2 streaks could have been much more impactful.
And now I'm wondering if Temp is going to decide to invest his fighter pilot here. Yes, he is. And this is a great hard point to use it on. Let's see how many he can find. 1, 2, looking for the 3rd, but at least spots the remaining 2 members from Splyce. They're going to look to isolate Jared over near the back lookout tower, but it's going to be a 1-on-1. Saints does wind up winning that, so all 3 streaks used by Temp in relatively quick succession as he's 15-4 back on a 6-3. He's looking to re-earn the streaks he just used.
I was about to say, I definitely prefer to him not even bother calling those in half the time because he's been shredding just with the gun in hand, but complete control so far. I think the 2 ARs have initially paid dividends because you see Temp even picking one up and they're doing okay. Now, I will say Echo Fox has wasted a decent bit of time. They're taking a little bit more preference of just pushing out cuts. Like Saints has left the hill multiple times before his teammates get there, so maybe a couple seconds wasted, but that's like the decision making, right? Is it worth it just to go and push for those kills?
I mean, that's what we were talking about coming into this game, right? How Echo Fox is a more slay heavy team. The first thing on their mind is to wipe the other team off the map, get those kills, and then stop in the hard point after that. You could see reflected in the score, most likely due to Temp being positive 10 right now, but they're outslaying their opponents, and that's reflected in the lead that they have right now, 30 points. But as it stands, it's Splyce inside the hardpoint. You have Bance at 4-11 trying to defend himself as Mad Cat coming off respawn. He's looking to follow up this push, but Echo Fox break on in. Mad Cat with the wall bangs. He finds two, takes down Temp and Aqua. Now his teammates looking to follow him up off the respawn. He's going to set up near top red, and he's going to look to pick off these Echo Fox player off respawn. Finds one. Now looking for Aqua. Going to wisely back on down as he has good progression towards that glide bomb.
This has been a very good Restaurant Hill so far. I mean, they were down by, what, like 30, 40 points coming into it. They might be able to at least tie the game up if they can get this scrap. Nice. Mad Cat is just turning into God right now, has the glide bomb. Needs more ammo, but doesn't even die. The player gets traded by Josh, so the potential's here. We saw how well Temp used the streaks. It wasn't the best, and Mad Cat has another opportunity. Calls in the glide bomb, only sees 3. He should know that the last guy is going to be spawning out, and he might force the remaining member. There you go. Maybe not the best usage, but 2 players are going to be spawned out. The opportunity's here.
And Bance spawns over near back ammo. I was a little worried about that glide bomb because there's like 10 seconds left on red. His teammates weren't necessarily in the best position, but fortunately they're able to get the spawns in their favor, and Mad Cat now fully streaked out. He has tier 2, tier 3 score streaks to work with. Could be very impactful as it's going to be Splyce taking the lead in this game. And what was a great start for Echo Fox and specifically Temp, now they're starting to slow down, and Mad Cat's starting to take over the game.
Oh, and this is just bread and butter for Splyce. They've had issues before where they're not necessarily the best at breaking hills, but there's times where they get setups and they just run teams over, and this is what they're trying to do now. That's going to be 3 down in their favor. Temp's the last one up. Jerd's going to at least get shots into him for the trade, but Temp does go huge. Eventually, actually gets taken down by his teammates, but he even kills another player before that happens. Now, Ficento's picking up 2. Saints is going to be in the cut, and it was a 3 down to Temp making some hero plays, and decent stuff coming out from Echo Fox. They retain the spawns as well, and they get a little bit of time just kind of stripped away from Splyce, but still, Splyce has a 30-point lead, and now more streaks being reined in.
Mad Cat finds one. At least gets the information that somebody looking to influence the spawns, but they know where Echo Fox are going to be set up at. And just speaking quickly about that previous wine hardpoint, Echo Fox can afford to fight for that scrap time because they have positioning available for this parking lot hardpoint. So they were forcing Splyce to rotate back over towards the old hardpoint and just delay that rotation, the transition to this parking lot hardpoint. It looks like it's going to be a similar story here with the streaks on the side of Splyce. They invest both the fighter pilot as well as now the artillery barrage to deny time, but there's still 30 seconds remaining. The spawn's momentarily still in favor of Echo Fox, but now it's going to be Splyce fighting around the back. They're looking to pinch on in through the hardpoint. It's Saints looking to defend himself alongside Temp inside the hill. They find one, they find 2. Saints gets cleaned up, but the reinforcements here for Echo Fox. 1 player left here around the corner. Jerd runs out of ammo. Ficento picks up the kill. And those streaks don't get too much done for Splyce. Oh, man. Super scrappy game we have on our hands right now. But frankly, if I'm Splyce, I'm happy. Not only do you make up the deficit before the early streaks, you make the comeback, but you got Bance. He's chilling at 8-20, and you're winning? Like, man, if he turns up even a little bit, they should be in a fantastic spot. But obviously, they do seem to have their hands full on this lookout post hill. I mean, same could be said about Aqua. 10-17 right now. He's not having the best game. At least he's sitting inside the hill, soaking up time. So look for both these players, the matchup for later in this game. Who could turn around quicker? But now it's Jerd. He's on his 6-3. He's got the glide bomb ready to use, 50 points away from the artillery barrage, and he's going to waste no time calling in these streets. Gets full information, knows where all 4 players are located. Going to try to clean up this call into Ficento. He finds it. Now just looking to earn these final tier score streaks as Splyce building the lead. Rotation now coming up as we're about to start a fresh rotation of hard points. If he gets these capture points, he gets these final 2 streaks. And let's see what he chooses to do. Goes top red. I mean, you can play really hardcore for kills right now. You're in a prime spot to do it. You got to make sure that player doesn't actually sneak up behind you, though. And he's got Aqua down low. And okay, he actually gets the artillery off the assist, and he reads the kill in the back. I thought he might have taken a little bit too long, but now he's got full streaks. You got a 20-point lead. You have control of the Restaurant Hill, which you think is tough to hold, but they did it fantastic the first time around. They're trying to do it once again, and Splyce just looking fantastic on St. Marie. Coming out the window, Jerd. The aggression finds Aqua and Ficento from the flank, and all of Echo Fox now coming off of respawn. 40 seconds remaining on this red hardpoint, and how do you stop King Jerd? He's on a 10-kill spree. Couldn't make it 11. Finally, somebody shuts him down. That's a big kill for Bance to get. Just shutting down that player, looking to play for spawns for the upcoming wine hardpoint, but 1 player left alive. That's going to be Temp inside the hill. The lead slayer right now for Echo Fox, still positive 10. He's having a great game, but just not having a lot of help from his teammates. And cheeky spot as well, just to kind of stand on the handrails. Everyone kind of pre-fires up on top of the stairs where everyone sits, but he's making plays and he's working for streaks of his own, so the situation is Splyce. 30-point lead. You got to stop Bance from getting streaks. You have to deal with Jerd's as well, but he's putting the artillery down
very, very early, but that's going to buy them at least an extra 10 seconds once the hill pops, just to focus on the ammo side. So Josh is all the way over there. Vance is going to get the glide bomb just from grabbing that plus 100. So this is Splyce's game to win and lose at this point. They are in complete control.
Hey, we've seen them throw away some big leads. We'll see if they can hold on this time around. But that artillery barrage essentially forces Echo Fox to fight around the back. Splyce now need to turn their attention. Do you maybe invest another streak here to maybe deny time from Echo Fox? They break on in. Now it's going to be Splyce fighting through the front. I say screw it. Why not invest another streak? You have so much to play with. And there you go. Glide bomb gets called in. Looks like it might go after Aqua in the back inside the hill. 2 fall for Echo Fox. Saints there with the trade, but here comes the follow-up. The remaining Splyce players left alive. Saints is able to shut down 2. Shuts down 3 as Madcat falls as well, but inside the hill, looks like it was Vance able to get a couple ticks of points, but now Echo Fox have to think about the rotation for this upcoming parking lot hardpoint. One of the longer rotations we have in World War II. And they're fighting on the back foot here. Keep in mind, you still had some streaks available for Splyce.
Yeah, but my count, Splyce still has 2. I think there's still 1 glide bomb, 1 fighter pilot from Jordan. Yeah, Vance, no, he did actually use 1, so maybe just a fighter pilot, but even then, that's a brutal streak to have to deal with, and Jerd can call that in from inside the hill. That might be the case. He's concerned about the pressure, but once he gets more teammates to kind of turtle up around him, call this in, and realistically, what can happen? The players don't have Mountain on. He can call him out. He can get the kills. Those Aquas mid-map. Josh takes care of him with the information, and that is going to be your game off of the 5 or 6 or 7 streaks earned by Splyce. Fantastic game number 1.
And everybody really pitched in on the side of Splyce, right? There were moments in time where we saw all of these players go on sprees and earn some streaks, specifically Vance. I mean, we were talking a bit about him earlier in the game. Double neg wasn't having a big impact, but he turns it around, and he's able to earn some streaks, some big wins by him. And, you know, look, you had a super strong start from Echo Fox, specifically Temp as well, but they just weren't able to snowball the game out of effect. What went wrong for Echo Fox in that mid to late game stage of this first hard point?
It's tough to say. I think the streaks were a huge part of it, and I think them not utilizing them effectively, obviously, was pretty costly. Really but what I'm curious about is maybe it was the 2 ARs. Like, off the rip, it worked very well, but I didn't track Vicento nearly well enough to see how often he was switching back and forth. But if he kept the bar out for at least like half that game, that'd be the 3rd time now that I've seen the 3 subs beat on St. Marie, that 2 AR setup. So maybe the pressure, it was just a little bit too much, because the pressure for subs, you just saw it with Vance. It's so incredibly streaky of like, you might die repeatedly, go really negative, but you're helping out your teammates. But then all of a sudden things go your way, and then Vance is all of a sudden close to getting streaks as well. And that was kind of the do or die. But full credit to Splyce, stayed in it the entire time, managed their streaks pretty well. So good stuff for game number 1.
Yeah, so good to see some resilience out of Splyce as well. You know, not giving up, even though Temp was taken over early in the game. Also got to give credit to Madcat. He was able to step up, and he was kind of the one who stepped up and shut down Temp. He was able to earn some streaks of his own, went on a massive spree. It's that man on your screen, Dylan Madcat on Splyce. He's been one of Europe's best assault rifle players for so many years now. Great to see him still competing. And of course, teaming with the man right next to him. You see Josh at the right side of his glass lens right there. These guys have been teaming together for so long. It seems like no matter what the title is in Call of Duty, they always find a way to be reunited at one point in time.
I mean, you kind of have to. It's that old just, maybe best friends is definitely not the right word to phrase it, but I mean, you've been hanging out with a guy for 7 years now at least. Like, definitely some interesting chemistry going on there. But I think ultimately for me, if you were to talk to me about this series before we watched them play yesterday, I would expect Echo Fox to be bad at the hardpoint. Like, based on Seattle, they were 4-11. It was not great. Their S&D was absolutely like their bread and butter. They were crushing in game 5s as well. But from what I've seen from Echo Fox now, when they were doing well and the respawns running teams over, the series were still relatively close. So, like, I don't think that's a map Echo Fox can drop. Like, my faith in Splyce, at least in this series, has been restored to a certain degree. Like, I have much more faith now.
I'm starting to get some increased confidence in this lineup as well. And I know Echo Fox fans are going to hate me for bringing this up, but, you know, you're talking about their hardpoint games. We saw them yesterday against TK. You know, they had some big leads. They threw it away, and they had some very close games. So you're certainly right to criticize them in that game mode, as you see how the series has played out so far. If you're just tuning in, it was a map 1 win for Splyce, fairly comfortable despite a slow start. But now, thinking ahead, you're also talking about Echo Fox's Search and Destroy, one of their better game modes. But this is a map where we just saw Splyce play against Evil Geniuses, and specifically Jerd. He was definitely heating up in that hard point. At one point in time, he was on a 10 spree. Now, I think if you're on Echo Fox, you're worried about what Jerd is about to do to you on this Ardennes Forest Search and Destroy.
Well, that's from like a clutch capacity, but if you're trying to game plan, you got to look for the opening breaks as well. And I'm trying to think, like, I don't know if Splyce did anything like overwhelmingly creative. I know Echo Fox, when they played on this map, they were 3-hitting mid-map, offense and defense, playing like hyper aggressive. But on the flip side, I think Splyce was like mostly standard. I know they had a couple more A hits than you like normally see from a lot of these teams, but nothing stands out enough that I would be concerned. Like I do still think Echo Fox has the advantage in this map, unless Jerd just goes God mode. Because even in that last hard point, like he did play out of his mind. So it might be tough to slow the man down. Again, confidence is always a huge factor in Call of Duty, and Splyce has all of it in the world.
Yeah, I agree with you there. And it seems like for the majority of these players on this Splyce lineup, you know, Jerd, Bance, Magcat, they could just decide to flip a switch, take over a game. You never know when they're going to decide to explode. And Echo Fox, we've seen them at times, you know, they could argue a little bit after tough map losses, but they always find a way to rebound, refocus on this next upcoming map, thanks to the leadership that Facento brings to the table. And here we go, map 2 loading up. You already know it's going to be Ardennes 4 search and destroy. See what both teams are going to bring to the table. Chance, you're talking about it. Echo Fox, they love to 3-hit down that middle of the map. Do they like to double smoke? Do they double smoke mid and then smoke off cabin and try to pinch it to the A-bomb site? Do you remember what kind of strats they bring to the table here?
I think the only time they would smoke out you when they would play aggressive. That way they don't have to worry about their side as they're flooding through mid. But again, I'm not even 100% sure that it was Echo Fox. I know there was a team on day number 1 that was doing it repeatedly. And I think it was them. But we will get to see. And I will say an interesting battle that we unfortunately aren't going to be able to like figure out is Facento versus Josh, because those are both leaders for their team. Now Josh is the new guy on the roster. I don't know if he's going to be shot calling in search or not, but historically that's been the case. But those are both kind of like the brain children of what kind of strategies do we employ, and it's definitely not going to be 3-hitting mid off the bat. All 4 players right now on offense playing over towards that B site.
Yeah, you got a smoke grenade available for Temp, and just like that, 2 fall quickly for Splyce. Jerd and Josh falling. Josh is at least able to trade onto Facento, so still a manageable position for Splyce, but a ton of time remaining on the clock, as it's going to be Echo Fox establishing control over towards the B bomb site. Bance and Magcat look like they're going to be setting up double nade. May have hurt Saints a little bit, and now they're looking for the entry kills, trying to retake the bomb site. Saints, he's going to get isolated here, but the hipfire connects. Bance gets shut down. Now it's all down to Magcat. You had a big game 1. Can you clutch it out here?
Well, the information is now there as soon as he shoots, and Temp's in a power position. You got a player pushing through Dome, and they waste no time on hunting him down. But really liked what I saw from Echo Fox there. Obviously, the opening break is great. The nade coordination was great. But even when they had the man advantage, because they had 0 information on those other 2 players, they just had the full setup. They had 1 guy Dome, 1 guy watch mid, 1 guy watch flank. And even when they get that first kill, they don't overcommit or give any of their lanes up. They still try to play for the information before they go for that bomb plant. So I like what I saw. They don't get ahead of themselves. They make sure to play smart, even with the man advantage.
And this is just me being very nitpicky, but you could have delayed that kill, let Aqua get the plant, just to get some score on the board, but choosing to finish the kill, it's Echo Fox coming out strong in round number 1. Temp locking down middle map. Now, because we've seen players take out Airborne from time to time to try to work with the timing here, I think it's always worth it, especially on a map like Ardennes 4. It's just a throw, dedicate an early stun right down the middle of the map, play for information. But now here comes the aggression out towards the B bomb site. Magcat almost getting caught out there. Good shots from Facento, but here you go. Magcat finds first blood on the Saints. Now it's going to be Splyce pushing forward, but take a look at number 1. Aqua working with Temp down through the middle of the map. And Josh, he's playing the long game here. He's going for the flank, but that means Splyce's own flank is open. Aqua has a chance to turn the tide in Echo Fox's favor.
He doesn't know it, but he's got to go fast, and Bance is actually ready for it now, and I think Bance spotted it out. Yeah, you see Magcat through the yellow, through Bell. He's going to come and help his teammate. Now Josh is on the flank, so let the flanks be flanked. Facento's awareness is not quite going to be there. Josh should be able to finish the gunfight. There you go. He had a little bit of help, and now you got the 1v4 from Temp, and bar anything completely absurd, it's just not going to happen. So, again, potential opportunity with the flank from Aqua, but ultimately just, you know, get that first blood, win the round. And I appreciate what we saw from Splyce as well. They threw that deep smoke, so they don't have to worry about any snipers coming through back in Dome, and they took their time with it. But definitely interesting there for a second.
Yeah, absolutely. I was a little worried with Josh going for that long flank, and he wasn't watching like down that middle lane. There was a chance. There's a timing that Aqua could have hit. Obviously, he has no idea. He doesn't have the X-ray vision that we do, but the opportunity was there. And we see it all the time. We call it COD timing for a reason. But here you go. Splyce now on the defensive end. Early nades being thrown out towards the mid-map. And here comes Echo Fox's mid-push, but Magcat with first blood. He shuts down Facento, quickly traded out. Temp gets stunned up. Jerd, is he going to commit to this fight? Temp looking to defend himself as Temp will get cleaned up. Now attention turned towards middle map. Bance with some solid position to work with here. If he just turns back around, he'll be able to find 1, maybe 2 kills here behind the yellow barrel. Can he find the kill on the Saints? No, he cannot. But the information gained. And now Splyce on the rotation, Saints inside bunker, finds the second kill into Josh, all down to Jerd, the clutch master.
Well, we'll see if he can make some magic happen because these players are very split. He knows he's got to worry about Saints, and Saints is just in a better position at that point. I will say, it was tough to tell, but like I think you saw Temp get stunned out pretty hard when he's trying to cross. We saw quite a few players like rocking Airborne in that situation, trying to get that extra movement speed edge, but without Armored. Obviously, the stuns are going to be extra prevalent. And a lot of teams have been making switches so far in this division. We've seen a lot of Mountains, seen a lot of Armored. We've seen Infantry quite a bit. A huge array of different divisions being pulled out in Search and Destroy.
And one of the advantages about switching off of Armored, you could say, is being able to run that smoke grenade. Throw some cover down on the map. Make your pushes a bit more effective. Block off some key lines of sight. But now Echo Fox on their defensive end. Obviously, Saints just had 3 big kills in the previous round. Facento getting aggressive. He finds first one, the Mad Cat, and he knows that somebody could be waiting in the wings, and he's got Saints here to back up on the push. Nade's being thrown out. Facento gets caught out by the grenade. Action also going down over near the middle of the map as Temp was finding some pressure, but still action here at the B-bomb site. You see the carrier Jerd coming right around the corner. Saints is able to spot him, but he doesn't have cover to work with. He gets isolated and pick off. The trade not there for Echo Fox. Temp here to follow up. But I think this is where if you're Splice, you just rotate out, maybe attack over towards A.
At the same time, though, they are trapped in because Aqua obviously has the cut over from here. Josh, though, is going to be ready. Both players getting tagged up a little bit. And Jerd actually makes it across. I don't think Aqua saw that at all. So the opportunity is here for Jerd to do some damage.
And, of course, you still have Josh playing for info over towards B. Could maybe bait some information, make some noise so that you could create an opening for Jerd, who's just waiting. And time's starting to wind down. Yeah, this is the moment where you have to pinch in if you're Jerd. Go kill Aqua near the middle of the map. Is he maybe going to commit to the bomb plant? It's a tough call to make, especially with time winding down. Less than 20 seconds remaining. Has to find kills, has to make them happen soon. You gotta go, you gotta go. There you go. You isolate Aqua, you pick up the kill. Does take some damage. Is he gonna have enough time for the bomb plant? Yes, he will. The bomb should get planted here. Now covering middle map, it's gonna be Josh. They find the kill. It was looking sketchy there for a minute, but it was the moment where Jerd decides to dive across the middle alley. Aqua doesn't spot him, doesn't have that line of sight. He makes what winds up being the round-winning play, in my opinion. As Splice, they find a way to recover in that round, and they win it. Temp looks a little disappointed.
And I will say, this is 2 times on offense where Splice off the rip just turtles over by Bell, and then they pick off Saints, who's like somewhere waiting for those players to dive across. But ultimately, if players are turtling up, and especially if you already get first blood, Saints doesn't need to take a gunfight. You keep that map control. They have to come to you. You don't have to go to them at all. So potentially you'll see him make the adjustment. But another 3 mid-map hit, again from Echo Fox. Playing aggressive, but Josh, he's there, and you see the smoke comes out, but you isn't smoked off. The army truck is, because that's where Mad Cat got the kill around before. And now Josh, he's just playing him like a fiddle.
Why is the bomb carrier initiating the fights in towards you? Now Splice could just rotate over and get the setup, but as soon as we say that, 2 fall quickly from Splice. Man count now evened up. Of course, they still should know that the bomb has been dropped over towards the mid-U area. Vance now going to start to rotate over. Information gained by Mad Cat. Able to spot out Temp. Maybe guessing Saints is roaming near the middle of the map, but they don't have control of the top platform. Maybe you allow Vance to play over towards mid-map and try to pinch him from both angles at the same time.
But he's just going to get hunted down, right? Saints with that bomb is just going on the chase, but it looks like they slowed down a little bit. But now they're making a decision. It's going to be Temp by himself. Cleans up Mad Cat, who is still one shot. Vance's spot is known, and they do have plenty of time. So you don't want Echo Fox to make a mistake here. Group up, play together, make a decision. Go to A, go to B, it doesn't matter. But I think you definitely got to take the gunfight early on. Both players coming on top of Vance. He's going to get hit by 2, tagged up. And this should just be Echo Fox going for the clean. Yeah, he's tagged up, even with the pre-fire. Not much you can do. And solid stuff from Echo Fox. That's a 2v4, is it not?
Yeah, that was a tough recover for them to make. I thought it was really going to be in Splice's favor, especially after Josh gets first blood on the Facento, drops the bomb down over near you. It's just in a tough spot to get, but they're able to trade the kills rather quickly. As Echo Fox rebound, and they're staying alive in this map so far. About to move in over towards round number 6. They got the lead, but it's only just 1 round. Josh having a big impact here, 6-3, but Saints one-upping him, 6-2.
Well, Facento makes the adjustment B with the sniper, but he's going to be irrelevant because the hit's coming down to A, and now you actually have the pressure coming in. 2 players are over by A, but the smokes are going to be there. So are the stuns, but it doesn't matter. The gunfight goes the way of Josh, and now Temp's watching the cross, and no one has made it. They're tagged up, they're weak. Facento's able to wrap back in. Might have been a little bit too slow from Splice because now they have the man disadvantage, but Vance has got to even things out. We just have another back-and-forth round on our hands.
Well, it wound up being a bit of a slower push because they got stunned up.
Yep.
Josh got stunned. I think he had Airborne on. You saw Aqua. I think it's Bance who has Mountain as well, so the stun's having a big impact here. Now here comes Facento, pushing through Gabe. He's going to spot the player. Shoots a little bit late. Good read, though. Knows where Bance is coming from. If he would have stayed aimed in, had a chance to pick up the kill. But 40 seconds remaining. We know the bomb is still dropped over near field. Madcat playing towards bunker. It's going to be Bance pushing through the middle of the map. Facento peeking on out. The machine pistol can't get it done. Bance finds the kill. Man advantage over to Splyce. And now it's all down to Aqua. 1v2. He finds one kill, takes down Bance, but the trait is there immediately as Splyce tie the game up.
Oh, good God, dude. I think both of these rounds, there's been like 18 different opportunities for just either team to come away with a W. Like, that was another round where whoever Bance kills mid-map at least gives them hope, because if he falls there, the round is cooked, because it was a situation where the players weren't rocking armored, they get stunned out, and so the A push gets stopped, and that's a terrible feeling. When you're in no man's land, you're just out in the open. You don't have cover, you're worried about nades. It's an awful spot, but even just the fact that Facento had the sniper rifle there helped them out. So, again, tied game 3-3. Who knows what's going to happen?
Yeah, at that point, you might as well just lay down in the snow and make some snow angels, baby. But it's going to be Splyce now on their defensive end. Aqua first blood. Good angle there onto Madcat. But here comes Jerd. Is he going to find Saints? Is he going to expect them to be in the pit? Saints does pick up the kill. 2 quick ones for Echo Foxes. Now it's all down to Josh. They know where he's located, and Josh knows that they have control of the bomb site. Quick challenge on the Aqua. If he had 1, maybe 2 more bullets, I think he gets that kill. But in the end, Echo Fox, they take the round. They go back up by 1.
And again, it's another just 3-man hit. We talked about where they're going to use their smokes, and we've seen it actually bite him in the butt 1 round, but they keep trying to smoke off Madcat, because that's where he got the first blood. The first attempt, they had it on. The second attempt, they had to deal with the player that was coming through you, but Saints made the adjustment. He lays down in that little crater. The player comes right through. Easy kills. And then Josh, of course, finds himself in a 1v3. So it's a similar strat that Echo Fox has been employing, but they're still making at least minor adjustments. And I won't say completely it's been effective, but we've seen it work once or twice. Now Splyce, though, playing aggressive. Echo Fox, they are just flying in right behind. Saints going for the trade, going to do just that, but trade on trade takes Bance down. That's off the help of Facento. And just like that, Madcat in a 1v2. Not a miracle necessarily he needs to have, but it's definitely not going to be easy.
I thought for a second there Madcat was going to pull the trigger. He gets stunned up. Of course, he's got infantry. And now Aqua, he's going to reposition. Madcat with the AR, just looking to try to melt Saints from behind cover. Now we do see Aqua not going for the pinch. Madcat for the time being fighting a 1v1. He knows he has Saints tagged up, and he's just going to preempt this the entire way. This is exactly how you want to play it. Spots the shoulder peek, just looking for some cover. Yes, finds kill on the Saints, and the shot comes out, so he knows where Aqua's located. And keep in mind, you have plenty of time to work with if you're a Madcat. 35 seconds left on the clock. Aqua thinking that it's going to be a bell rotation from Madcat, but he's going to move back on over. They're not going to see each other for the time being. Picks up a sub so he could be a bit more mobile around the map. And now you're starting to think about time. Bomb drop near Fire Alley, only 20 seconds remaining, and Aqua has a clear line of sight over towards the bomb.
I think Aqua spotted him as well, especially now they threw the smoke. And yeah, he's just going to pre-aim. I think when he was crossing behind the tank, Aqua caught a glimpse of him. Because the way Aqua was playing that is he was juggling back and forth to watch over where the bomb is and to watch his back on the flank. But there's a solid 15 seconds. He is just dead on him. So I think the timing might have worked out. But if not, it's a solid read. You know, Madcat at some point is going to have to go for that bomb, and the more time ticks down. I will say again, though, that is another round that we've had where it's like any number of different teams could win it off of any number of situations, and it's not entirely like Saints played it wrong. Maybe he doesn't want to take the gunfight, but like he did everything almost perfectly. Madcat just made the right play.
It's been a very back and forth game. All the rounds have been fairly close, but one player I'd like to bring up is Jerd. You saw him have a huge impact on this very map against Evil Geniuses. Right now, he's 2-6, struggling a little bit, but he's on top, and just like that, he finds a double kill with the grenade. Doubles the amount of kills he has in the game, and now, of course, you want to see him challenge here onto Facento. Josh looking for the clean kill, doesn't get it. Pre-fire from Facento doesn't connect, and you see Josh just laughing about it right there. Jerd finding his rhythm in this game, perhaps, and could be at just the right moment as Splyce live to fight another round.
He is now 5-6, and he should also be working at least relatively close to streaks. Like minimum, he's on a 3 streak, or actually, yeah, he's going to be on a 3 streak. Yeah, so maybe give him the bomb, see if you can make some magic happen. But obviously, you just need to win these rounds. Echo Fox still just one away from closing this one down. And got to reiterate, I would have to imagine this is a must-win round or game, excuse me, for Echo Fox. I think going down 2-0, even against Splyce, it would be very treacherous waters.
Yeah, and Splyce have been very good in CTF so far in the matches that I've seen them play. So I agree with your sentiment there, but still, they got to win one more round to force the round 11. Here you go. Echo Fox setting on up. Nade's being tossed out by Facento. There's a smoke grenade to block off cover. Now they're going to double nade maybe over towards the platform side, but fortunately Facento is backed up towards the ramp. You also have support from Saints over near you, and everybody from Splyce bunched up. They're grouped up. Bance gets picked off. That's first blood in the round. But now you kind of feel like they have to go. It seems like they're trapped in over near Bell once again.
And this is something we've seen Splyce do early on. They've done it twice. The key for them was they were able to pick off Saints, but this time he's sitting in you. All he's doing now is watching the cross. He's making sure that, again, they have to come to him, that he doesn't have to go to them. So that was the opening previously. There is no opening now. They're wrapping back to trying to go mid, but Temp's been here the whole time, and he sniffs them out. But everyone for Echo Fox, they can just be stationary. They just can't afford to make any mistakes, but they should be fine.
Yeah, and time is on their side now. Less than 30 seconds remaining in the round. Just playing for information. Saints now here, looking to pinch on in. He finds one. Temp is there to clean up the second. It's all down to Mad Cat with 20 seconds remaining. A 1v4 scenario can't make it happen here as Echo Fox hold on for a second there. It was looking like momentum was gaining on the side of Splyce, but it's Echo Fox. They tie the series up, one map apiece. It's a solid win here on Ardennes Forest Search.
And again, I got to give shout out to Saints. It seems like he was the key guy in making the adjustments. It was on offense when they were going for those 3 hits down mid where he's the guy who's like, okay, we lost 1 round because a guy killed his you. I'll lay down Crater, wait for that guy to show up, get that kill, and then it was on defense. What's the issue? Well, we get first blood, but then I keep getting picked off by the guy that's crossing over by Bell. I'll sit back you. I'll be able to mediate it well. So, again, he was the key guy for me. Saints played that about as well as you could, but a very interesting game number 2, to say the least.
And now I was just mentioning it, how we thought this was a must-map win for Echo Fox. They wound up taking it out. But Splyce has been very good in CTF. Yeah. I mean, they won their map against TK. They won their CTF, I believe, also against Evil Geniuses. We'll see if they could carry that trend forward here going up against Echo Fox. But I'm just going to reiterate the point that I brought up in the hardpoint. I still think Echo Fox is still a more Slay-heavy team, you know, on average going up against Splyce. But everything tied up, 1 map apiece. Echo Fox, a strong performance there in the search and destroy on Ardennes Forest. Can Splyce rebound in the upcoming capture the flag? Echo Fox looking to take the lead. Well, both teams are. We'll see if they're able to make it happen. We're going to a quick break. When we come back, Game 3 between Echo Fox and Splyce. Welcome back. Splyce and Echo Fox are in a heated series right now. Splyce taking that map 1 hard point on St. Marie, but Echo Fox respond right back as they take search and destroy on Ardennes Forest. We're about to move over towards Flak Tower for some CTF action. And I was talking a bit about Splyce and their CTF game. They've looked pretty good in this game mode so far. Still early on in stage 2, of course, but still the stats usually speak for themselves. I think pressure now onto Echo Fox as they're looking, well, both teams here looking to take the lead in the swing game of the series.
And it's interesting as well, I gotta point it out, Jerd has been frying. This is a sub-heavy map. If he continues the destruction, he will be good to go, but make sure you cop a couple tickets. Champs coming up in Columbus, actually, not too far away. What is that, like
Nationwide Arena, baby.
Or 3 months? 1 month is this, May?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's like 3 months away. Either way, though, a lot of money on the line, a lot of Call of Duty action
May,
to be played.
June, July,
August.
August.
Okay, well, we'll see what happens. Either way, though, this game, again, Jerd is the guy I'm trying to keep my eye on, see if he can get off to a hot start. And there's the first kill that he needs, stays alive as well. And like you said, Splyce, man, looking good early on. They get the 4-man sweep. Now they're putting the pressure on, and Jerd actually, instead of pushing the right, to make sure he knows where they're going to spawn the enemy, wraps back and pushes mid. Now they know exactly where to look.
That's such a smart play to make because that forces Echo Fox to not spawn on their base. The flag does get touched by Josh, but now kills being shaded. Both teams, all the action going down near the Echo Fox base. Bance now just waiting for Madcat to push on forward. There you go. He has the support, but now the spawns over towards the electric side of the map. I think Bance is just looking to stay alive, forces players to rotate back and just be annoying. Be as annoying as you possibly can. Buys time for his teammates at least to come off respawn. Now you are looking at Jerd. For me, I'm looking at Madcat. When I was watching him play this map specifically, he was going off both on the defensive end and the offensive end, especially when he's running that assault rifle. He can make plays happen. We'll see if he could start to heat up in this game. It's a slow start for him as he has the reciprocal score of Bance. Bance who's 3-1, 1-3 for Madcat.
Well, we saw Splyce with an opportunity to attack, and you appreciate the idea, but the execution was not quite there. Now it's Echo Fox's turn. Aqua able to get 2 with the bar, get the opening lanes for his team. Now he's pushing forward, and some shaky shots from Madcat. Doesn't get the kill, and Aqua flies around. He's going to be on a 4 streak, and Saints is going to be running that flag, so a lot of potential here. Now you got Splyce on the OE, but where can they even go?
Nowhere.
Temp just has them trapped. Even if Temp loses that gunfight, that flag is gone. And all of a sudden, man, you talk about the AR for Madcat. It was Aqua that turns up, gets 4. Saints has 4 of his own, and he gets that cap, 25 away from the Glide Bomb. And he might just get it right here on Jerd.
Oh, you know Saints has challenged that gunfight every single time, but you know, of course it happens. Like, gassed up Madcat a little bit, had some shaky shots, and Echo Fox wound up getting a cap off the back of it. Now Saints talking about him, looking for that Glide Bomb. He gets tagged up, and he gets shut down. That's a huge kill for Splyce to make, but on the other side of the map, he's got the flag in his hand. He has the Splyce flag in his hand, and he's running on forward. Even though he's all alone, he's got the assault rifle. He gets taken down, but the important thing here is Echo Fox hold on to their base. They stop the aggression from Splyce, at least for the time being. Take a look at Josh. He's running down through lower gun, and he's just looking to wait. Playing sneaky. See Echo Fox rotating back. I think they know they're missing him. The timing might work out for Josh here. He's going to find Vicento, cleans up that kill, but as he turns back around, he's going to find another one. Takes down Temp. Can he get the 3rd inside the base? Looking towards the outskirts. He touches the flag, but he falls. But here comes the follow-up. Can Splyce continue to make this happen? They find the 2 kills, pull the flag, run it over towards the electric side of the map. Actually, they're going right down through mid, but they had the setup. They just need to pick up the kills, and this should be Splyce tying the game up.
And there you go. Madcat's going to be able to pick up 2, gets the flag, and they're going to get it tied, and you got to give full credit to Josh for that. Goes massive. Not only does he win a gunfight that shuts Aqua down on streaks, he also stops the flag, then he goes on the flank, and not only does he kill 2, but he stays long enough for his team to come in and sweep. So that was a massive series of events from that individual player. Obviously, Splyce as a team capitalized on it, but yeah, their CTF looks good, man. They seem to have a couple key strats kind of worked out, having Madcat overlooking the OE with the bar like that. Doing okay. Of course, Bance there just going to fall, but either way, Echo Fox has just been stuck in their base, and I don't know, man. Again, it's like the S&D. Back and forth game. So many opportunities for either team to get some sort of an advantage.
Yeah, your boy Jerd was heating up. He was on a 5 streak, gets shut down by Temp before he's able to earn streaks. But fortunately, Madcat with the flag cap, with now 5 kills in a row, he's just 15 points away from earning that 3rd tier score streak. The assist there would do it. I don't think you really want to re-challenge. The Fire Pilot, big score streak to earn. Now with the PPSH in his back pocket, he gets shut down, but at least he gets some streaks for his troubles. It's going to be Echo Fox putting pressure onto the Splyce base. Coming off respawn, you have Bance here just trying to hold position. Here comes Jerd as the reinforcements coming in from Splyce. looks like they should be able to hold on defensively unless Temp has something to say about it.
Well, Temp right now has 3 players that basically for Splyce had to turn around, so that gives his team a little bit of an opening, and now he's got a little bit of help. Vicento's coming in the wings, but Mad Cat is just going to stave off the pressure. He's going to say, I got the Glide Bomb, you're going nowhere. So small victory, you could say, for Echo Fox to get one streak out of the way, but that's the beauty of it. Splyce is just in a comfortable position now. Now they can afford to attack. 38 seconds is plenty of time on Flak.
Okay, here comes Mad Cat looking up to follow up the push from Bance. No trade kill coming in just yet, and he's just going to preem this all the way through. There you go, finds Saints, and you see where his teammates are also set up. Can he find Temp? No, he cannot, but that would trigger the push as Jerd tried to push on in. He winds up getting cut down. 20 seconds now remaining in the first half. If either team could get a touch on the opposing team flag, would of course force some extra stoppage time. You still have time to make that happen. It's Bance not pushing through the big gun. Vicento, he didn't rotate back. He pushed right through Electric, but the spawn for Temp right in the back base. Bance can't find the kill. So going into the half, things are going to be tied up. 1 flag apiece between both these squads. But keep in mind, you still have that artillery barrage ready to call in for Mad Cat. Could use it on the offensive end.
And again, just want to give credit where credit is due. I think early on it was Aqua who goes on the 4 streak along with Saints to get the first flag cap. And it was kind of Mad Cat that had some shaky shots, right? But he turns his game completely around, gets streaks of his own. But more importantly, that series of events from Josh, again, I can't reiterate how huge it was. Kills Aqua, which stops Aqua from getting streaks. It stops the flag cap. Then he goes and gets 2 more. He buys his team time. It was a 30, 45 second long stretch, but again, it was pure class. Now, of course, though, basically full reset. On Flak Tower, symmetrical map, you got 5 minutes, tie game, make some magic happen.
And just because you brought it up twice, I'll correct you. He shut down Saints on the streaks, right? Saints had the flag cap, and he
wasn't Aqua running it?
No, it was Saints. Remember, he challenged Jerd up from the top window, and we thought he was...
No, I'll bet you $1 it was Aqua. I'll bet you $1.
Okay. Okay, go watch the rebroadcast. It was Saints because he's the one with the flag cap. I'm 100% right. I know I'm right. I can't wait to get a free $1 from Chance. But we're in the second half now. 30 seconds played. It's going to be Splyce pushing on forward. And this is the second half now where Splyce have won the opening break. And they've been able to put initial pressure onto the Echo Fox base. And there you go. 3 fall down. All up to Saints trying to find the angle. Grenade doesn't connect. And this could be the second time in a row where it's an early flag cap for Splyce.
And it just happened so fast. There's one player mid-map that's for Splyce that's just watching the OE. So there's 0 hope for Echo Fox to get the return. And that just, it happened so fast, right? Like Splyce just floods up the right side. And then all of a sudden they got 1 on board. It took them less than a minute and we got 4 left to play. And now Bance, he's
lucky that they didn't hear the click of the grenade there. But yeah, he's just waiting for his teammates to find 1 kill. Is he going to pull the flag? He's just waiting. Yeah, as Aqua falls, there's the flag pull. And now Echo Fox, they're scrambling. They have to make something happen. Either you wait, play for a return, or you try to turn up the heat, put on the aggression, and that's exactly what they do. They find 3 kills, and now they're going to challenge right towards that flag carrier. Bance desperately trying to reposition, but he runs right into Saints. The kill comes in. There's the return. And you see the flag carrier, Vicento, he's going to get home free on this one. But no, the artillery barrage, it's going to cut off the exit. Splyce, they're going to invest into this return. The first play pushed up is Josh, but Vicento actually dies. 3 fall for Echo Fox. Josh desperately trying to get in position for this return, but the artillery barrage working against the mirror. He's going to run right through it. Oh no, the team kill comes in. The artillery barrage team kills him coming around the back. It's Jerd. He can't find the goal, but Bance getting the dive. He dies just short. No return just yet. It's going to be Echo Fox. They capture the flag, and they tie the game up.
And why? Why does it? I would just pull the flag, right? Don't go for their turn. Don't run through your own artillery. You know it's there. Just go for the pull. But either way, Echo Fox.
He's watching too much of Attach's gameplay, man. Only Attach can make that play happen.
Yeah, honestly, though. But there you go. Tie game once again. 2 minutes, 45 seconds left to play. And Josh has that flag in hand. And he's running for glory. He's going down mid-map, but waiting for the chase. He doesn't have teammate support. His teammates are dealing with pressure inside their own base. And just like that, Echo Fox, they're going to be able to get the flag out of their own, if not for Bance, who picks up 2. God, again, just like the S&D, man, both teams having repeated opportunities to make some magic happen, and it's just back and forth.
All right, let's take a deep breath. Things should slow down a little bit in this game, and you just think back to those engagements that just went down. If Josh wins that 1v1, it's a clean flag cap for Splyce. But here you go once again, time and time again. Splyce has been able to sneak through behind enemy lines, but Bance winds up going towards the wrong direction. Echo Fox players already set up over near the outskirts, but Jerd connects on the nade. He knows Temp is here to follow it up, can't find the kill, but forces Echo Fox further back in their base. As Splyce now come off respawn, they should be able to stabilize, and going right on the overextension, it's going to be Bance. Once again, he's been so annoying this entire map.
See if he continues the annoyance to take Saints down. Saints trying to just stay alive. Yeah, the nade's going to do the damage there, but I don't know. It's just tough to call because there's so many different, again, play opportunities we've talked about, and I don't think any really bad plays have gone in. It's just players making some wild stuff happen, and like the opportunity for Vance to go for sneaks, is it great? Maybe not. It could have cost them. Then they become heroes. Like, it's all over the place. I guess at the moment, Splyce is on the attack. They got 2 players pushing right, 2 players pushing mid, which does mean that there is a hole open. Temp is going to be able to get through, but we've seen these kind of sneak caps before. They could still go either way because Temp's position is known, but Splyce, they're surging forward. They're not worried about getting shot in the back yet. Yeah, Temp, he's getting kills with the flag. This is huge, and he's going to have the awareness to get bans. He's getting close to streaks.
He's spotted. They know he's there.
Oh, this is it.
That's going to be the lead now for Echo Fox with a minute remaining.
There you go. Temp going huge, man. He gets the 2 kills, gets the flag pull. That's the sneak cap coming in. Splyce didn't turn around quick enough, and they had too much to deal with, so 50 seconds left. Can you pull off the miracle? They're turtled in their own base. They need a wave of kills, and then they're going to have to surge forward. And Josh might want to be that guy, but he's going to fall to Temp, and that means streaks, and this might just be our game.
At the very least, a glide bomb. Flag now pulled from Facento. Gonna bring it right over towards Temp. Vance is in position, but Vance is looking the wrong way. The kill goes in favor of Temp, who now has streaks, calls in the glide bomb, gets the information. 1 player trailing over near Electric. Jared gets taken down. The flag was dropped momentarily, but behind enemy lines, it's Temp. He was waiting the entire time. And with 15 seconds remaining, he's just gonna call in the rest of the streaks that he has to play with. Vance, the furthest one, pushed up, peppering shots at the players coming off respawn. This flag cap should come in for Echo Fox, and that's gonna be the game. Echo Fox taking the capture flag in some crazy series of events. Temp gonna finish this one out on an 8-kill spree as they take the lead here against Splyce.
I can't wait to hear the analysts break that one down, because like, what do you even choose to talk about just in that individual game, let alone the search and destroy, let alone the hard point? Like, how many different stuff? Like, you could even just talk about the finish of like Temp goes on an 8 streak, goes massive, kills 2 while pulling the flag and runs it through. He gets streaks, basically wins his team the game in the end. But then Josh had some amazing plays. You could break down the play where Vance goes for the sneak cap, then pulls it across the map, and then Echo Fox goes crazy. There's an artillery and back and forth and yada, yada, yada. That's a nutty game. I will say the most important thing about that map is it was definitely Aqua that killed off streaks by Josh, and Saints. I'm going to win that $1.
I'm staying with Saints. Somebody out there who has a better memory than us, too.
Do you know why you're
Let us
wrong?
know.
You were talking about Saints was going for the cap and he gets stopped. He had 2 flag caps.
Oh, yeah, he got the cap.
Yeah, exactly. But it was the rally cap. Exactly. Saints gets the cap. It was Aqua going for the rally. He went for the pull. He got killed in Splyce's base. It was Aqua that like stayed there because Aqua was on a 4 streak or 5 streak. I think he got up to at the time. Or it was just 4.
There's one thing I do before I die. Chances I'm going to win that damn $1 from you. But Echo Fox, talking a bit about the game. There's a lot to talk about in that CTF. Lots of crazy plays happen. I mean, let me talk about Splyce real quick, actually. They had some fantastic startups to both those halves. I mean, they were able to take control early on, establish where they wanted to be on the map. They won the opening breaks, and it just allowed them. And they have such a great understanding of the spawns on this map. I mean, you remember on the first half where they don't decide to push in through the big gun side of the map. Instead, I think it was Jared who cuts through mid, opens up that spawn point so that he knows for a fact that Echo Fox spawns there. And then they did the same thing in the second half, right? Just giving up that 1 lane on the map so that you could try to block those spawns in the back of your opponent's base and make them spawn in a position where it's tougher for them to get the defensive kills.
Well, it's one thing to talk about it. It's another thing to watch it, and we're going to have a scuff play of the game just to get a taste of how absurd it is. Jared gets that flag in. They go up 2-1. And from here, all hell breaks loose. You talk about how Vance, he doesn't get hurt when he switches the weapons, but he goes for the sneak cap, and this is the situation. If you leave your teammates in a tough situation, it's a 4-on-3, puts pressure on your team to win the gunfight, and clearly they don't. They get cleared out, Echo Fox goes on a run, and again, just hell breaks loose.
Yeah, so the thing is here is, obviously it's one of those players where if it works, you're a genius. If it doesn't work, well, then you're the problem, and you're talking about it. You just put a lot of pressure on your teammates to perform on the defensive side, and you kind of make them turtle a little bit in the back of the base, which is not what you want to do. But here's where some crazy moments happen, right? Facento taking cover from the artillery barrage, 3 kills coming from Splyce, but because Temp gets the kill on the Mad Cat, Josh feels like he has to fight through the artillery barrage, but unfortunately, he just dies. And now big kills coming from the back. Vance goes desperately in for the dive, but Saints with 2 clutch kills to keep that flag run alive. And here's that flag cap coming in as Echo Fox tied the game up right there. Your Scuff Gaming play of the game. What an epic moment in capture flag. those plays like that are why I love Capture the Flag.
It's just ridiculous. Like, if I was Facento, I would have been pissed that, like, the artillery killed me. He definitely thought that he was far enough inside to not get taken down. And I still think Splyce, like, they had 3 players surging up the left side. Instead of going for their turn, I just say go for the counter cap, play for the stalemate. But even then, when you got an artillery, you push the left side, like, where do they even spawn?
And there's a lot going on in that moment.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It's just pure chaos. Like, who knows what the right call is? You go for something, but it's insanity. And either way, now the situation, it is a do or die time for Splyce. They got to get a win on Gibraltar, which they did earlier. This is the hardpoint map that they actually look pretty good on, but even then you got to play against Echo Fox in Game 5s. They've been amazing since Seattle in Game 5, so it's a very tough hill to climb. The question is, can Splyce do it? Off the rip, they are in the hill, and they are also pretty much all dead.
Yeah, Last Play Alive is inside the hill, so they know exactly where he's located. Really quick, Paradox, I want to see who's running the second AR for Splyce. Of course, we know Mad Cat has one, so it's going to be Bance. Okay, Bance has that second SCG. There's a lot of pressure now put on Bance because you're up against 2 ARs. Facento probably running one for Echo Fox, and definitely Aqua. He has to perform in this map. So I'm going to be looking at Bance, who's off to an 0-2 start, but still super early on. But despite that, Echo Fox, they have the better positioning for the upcoming hardpoint. As 20 seconds remaining here on pit center. Echo Fox still going to continue to fight this, but you don't want to push too far forward. The last thing you want to happen is to let those spawns flip in the closing seconds. And what was I just saying, Chance? Look at where Temp spawned out.
And not to mention, Josh is already on the full flank, and no one for Echo Fox is paying any sort of attention to it. So this is a situation where you can be great at slaying every single day of the week, but if you don't care about these rotations enough, then you're in a bad spot. Now you got a bunch of players focusing on Josh. If he could stay alive, it would have been enough time for a distraction for his team. But now Echo Fox, this is where they just get all the kills. Temp from up top mid is able to take down 2, and this should be full control. Bance is sneaking around back again, and maybe Echo Fox isn't going to be aware of it. Saints is going to be the guy to find this kill. But Bance is taking his time to go all the way around.
And I wonder if this may even... Nope, he gets cut down. I was going to say, I wonder if it's going to be even worth it in the end. I mean, you see the time now remaining on the hard point. Echo Fox now want to think about giving up those spawns and fight for positioning for the upcoming Castle Road hard point. When we talk about Gibraltar being a rotation-heavy map, this is one of the tougher rotations to win. Super tough. You're going right across the map, and it's so tough to just fight for positioning right on through. I'd love to see somebody from Echo Fox now start to switch over to a smoke grenade. Block off the line of sight so that you can comfortably push up that right-hand side of the map, cross through the bridge, and block off the key line of sight so that the AR players or a sub inside the hardpoint can't pick you off as you're trying to get close and close the gap inside the hill.
Well, the timing was actually perfect enough. I don't know if Jerd died too soon or if he didn't hold like the respawn, if he didn't watch the entire kill cam, but he does spawn out, but it might just be a pre-made flank because now he's behind a bunch of people, able to find one, tags up a second, and there you go. It worked out in the end. He spawns out, gets some kills behind. Splyce gets the good spawn, so now Jerd is right back in the action. Josh is busy taking care of the flank. He gets the players that are trying to make the hero plays, and great opportunity now for Splyce. They have taken full advantage of this Castle Road hill, trying to close down these final 30 seconds.
And they're doing this all with Bance. He was just 0-5, just got his first kill in the game, so they're able to retake the lead or establish a lead, and they're looking good to claim the last 20 seconds here, unless Saints has something to say about it. Come around the back. No, headshot connects there onto Mad Cat, or Mad Cat onto Saints. Gets the remainder of the scrap time, and now Bance set up here over near top cave. Gotta have some Echo Fox players to deal with, but Facento just melts him out of top cave. But here comes Jerd on the follow-up, looking for some more kills over near top sidewalk. Can't find him. Saints with the trade, and it should be Echo Fox fighting inside the hard point. Temp gets taken down, so it's gonna be Josh staying alive, buying time for his team now coming off respawn.
Bance, even through the nade smoke, is just peppering Aqua, who's going to stand up into a stun, and that's the downside of having infantry. Those are going to do a lot of damage to you, not actual damage, just slowing you down, but it has a devastating effect. Now Saints feels like he feels the need to kind of fly in, but he's going to get taken down. He doesn't even get anybody weak, so Splyce in full control of the turret hill. They're coming from cave side, but they're making this one look like the money hill. They got full control, and actually Bance, we'll see how aware he is. He's going to have 2 players coming up right behind him, and he turns around, he finds one, he gets 2. And that's going to just buy them all the time in the world. Looking over top over his teammates, he's going to get number 3. You talk about the man having a slow start, but he has turned things around for Splyce.
You know, I was a bit worried about the ARs from Splyce, but the ARs from Echo Fox not showing up here. You have Aqua 5 and 8. And speaking of Echo Fox, they're down right now by 70 points in this game. I want to jump into an Astro Gaming listen-in with Echo Fox to see how they're going to mount the comeback in this game.
He's still top bricks.
Yeah, to the left, weak. He's one shot.
I'm on hill. He's still top bricks. I'm chowning, Donnie, I'm chowning.
Go ahead.
2 top bricks, 2 of them.
Sit down if you can. We got it.
Anyone have that?
No, I don't have a sub.
What's still cave?
Nice, one's top bricks, so I can't.
Top bricks.
Almost cave, guys. Almost cave. Can we flank a ladder?
I need to push bricks, man.
Ladder, one shot. He's going top zone. He's going around spiral.
Bricks.
He's going around the spiral. Medcat.
I got hill.
Right, one shot. Damn it,
Two
dude.
right,
Fight.
two
Oh, wait,
stone.
dead, no,
Guys, two
what's gonna
stone.
push me in hill? I got pushed.
Coming, Donnie.
One
Left side hill.
Nice.
And
He's already
One
rocks.
right,
Madcat's
one
rocks, guys.
Coming
Madcat's
rocks,
rocks.
coming
Stop
rocks.
flooding rails. Madcat is rocks.
You got a
He's
full
already rocks.
60
Oh,
to
no,
stack.
don't turn the right. Dead.
Nice, that was him. It could be another one on us, Yuli.
Yep, I'm trying. Coming.
I'm holding low right. Could be connected,
Alright,
maybe.
Top bridge,
I
one
have your rocks,
shot.
I have your rocks push.
I'm watching top. Two top bridge.
Wait, I'm watching.
More, Donnie. One more.
Never mind.
Trying to help you, bro.
I'll
Nice.
block your
Hill
spawns.
somewhere. On the hill weak. Push on weak.
Low right, low
It's
bridge,
weak.
low
I got
bridge
shot
on me.
from right.
Low bridge dead, one on hill
Alright,
somewhere.
hill last.
Hill dead.
Yo,
I need
60.
top bricks down.
I'm in.
Top bricks dead.
Yo, I'm blocking.
Watch your bricks, watch your bricks,
I'm on
go.
hill trying to block the back.
Yeah,
Alright,
can you get time? Can you get
Yeah,
time?
yeah.
I'll kill the guy summit.
Yeah.
Spawn in? Alright.
Top stone dead.
Where's one of them?
Top bricks. I got two more top bricks on me.
Get time.
Top bricks on me, Yuli. I'm one
Let
shot. One top
him
right.
go, let him go.
Yeah, I'm one shot, Yuli. I'm one shot. I'm gonna
Bricks
die.
dead.
I'm dead. I got 80. Top stone. Could be low right.
Push out rocks.
There could be cave too. There could be cave. I stun over.
I have gold.
I'll get cave.
Yeah, the cave. I stunned them.
I'm stunned, yeah.
Picked it up. Lights. That was the only
Put
one.
it,
Give on me. He's low cave weak. Going ladder, I think. Going ladder or back left. I have your back left. Look at your ladder.
I'm in row.
Alright, bridge.
Back left.
Alright, back left. Pushed on it. Alright, bridge. Ladder.
Yeah,
I needed him.
It's Aqua now starting to heat up in this game on his 6-3. If he can earn these score streaks, that could be the catalyst for Echo Fox to climb back into this game. So a lot of good communication coming out of Echo Fox, but Chance, I just quickly want to bring your attention to the slaying in this game right now. Echo Fox are outslaying their opponents, but despite that, they find themselves down by 72 seconds. Aqua desperately wants to find this next kill, only a glide bomb earned, but now here comes Temp. Important interactions now coming in favor or coming into play for Echo Fox, unable to win them. Got to use the glide bomb here to break. Aqua has to call it in.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a money hill. Spice has this setup. But Aqua, he's going to be the one playing aggressive, even with the AR to get inside the hill. So at the very least, they're not getting time at the moment. He's going to do it from inside the hill. And actually, that player doesn't go for the instant challenge. It looks like they're trying to clean him up, but he's going to get at least one. He stays alive as well, buys his team time. But it's still going to be scrappy. You still got to push forward and win some gunfights, and Temp is going to do just that. So it does take the streak, but they get, well, yeah, they get the spawns. They force Splice out.
Yeah, this is big for Echo Fox. They have a chance here to close the gap. The deficit that they currently face with the kills coming in favor of Splice. They're fighting right through the hard point, and you see Josh actually switching over to Mountain. They think that there are more streaks in play that could actually hurt Splice later in the game. It's going to slow down Josh on the map and make him more susceptible to any grenades thrown his way. But it's still crazy to me that Splice, they're getting outslayed right now. Typically, when you see something like that on a map like Gibraltar, it would be Echo Fox with a lead to work with in this game, but they've brought it down to within 50. So within one hard point, they have a chance to come back here.
Well, to your touch about the outslaying and still losing, I think the comms actually kind of revealed quite a bit. There was a lot of situations where you hear, wait, no one picked that up. Why'd you give that up? We're watching the exact same thing. What's going on? Guys, stop flooding rails. It seems like they have a set concept of what they all think everyone should be doing on the map, but the execution is just a little bit off, and I don't know if that's like a communication thing, if it's just kinks in an individual player's game. It's tough to say, but I think the players definitely need to reevaluate. But at the same time, getting kills are going great. Saints is earning streaks. He's on a 6-free of his own, calls in the glide bomb. He's working towards more, so you don't need to necessarily have the greatest communication if you kill everything on the map. That's what Saints is going for. Make it 9, going for 10. That's not the case, but there's going to be Echo Fox inside of the hill.
I mean, you could kill everything on the map, but what does it matter if you don't have anybody soaking up time inside the hard point? Splice break 200. They're going to go over 210 here. Echo Fox, once again, find themselves down by roughly 80 points. Sure, you have streaks available for Saints, but you need to find a way to soak up some time inside the hard point. Temp in a great position here. Not only that, he could influence the spawns. Actually, it's going to be Jared still spawning in the back. Favorable spawns for this upcoming second hard point, but right now we're at pit center. You have Josh setting up a pinch on the other side of the map. Aqua ready for it. But Josh is going to reposition, and now flooding in from all angles. You see Splice setting up a pinch inside the hard point. It's beautifully done. They're finding 2 kills, but here comes Aqua. He finds 1 Saints. Do you want to commit any streaks here? Your team's still holding on inside the hard point, but it's Splice. They have the high ground. Jared finds 2. Madcat finds the 3rd, and here you go. Now it's going to be the fighter pilot called in. Finding 1, looking for Madcat. Takes him out as well. That's a big kill to make with 25 seconds remaining here on pit center.
Jared, though, playing sneaky. He didn't get spotted earlier on because he had the Mountain on. He's trying to play for some clutch kills as Echo Fox is flooding in. But Echo Fox, it's a delicate balance. Vance might be able to get through, but he does get stopped. It was Saints that was aware. Saints, again, making some clutch plays, going on streaks. You do appreciate to see it, but at the same time, Echo Fox, it's just, you need so much. You need, what, 93 seconds. So you need to get basically a full 60 off this next hill, and then you got to have a better rotation. But obviously, they do have the artillery to work with. So incredibly difficult. Splice is very close to winning this game, but clearly the opportunity is here for Echo Fox to make this comeback.
And those were huge kills for Saints to get in transition to this second hardpoint. And you think about the artillery barrage, they can afford to commit everything on this hardpoint in terms of setup-wise, because you can use that artillery barrage to deny time for Splyce in this upcoming hardpoint. But Echo Fox, you got the spawns in your favor. You have to rack up this time. You need it desperately to bring this game to within 20 points. They're finding the kills. They're soaking up time. And now you're starting to see Splyce. They're thinking about giving up the remainder of this time, investing it in a setup towards that Castle Road hardpoint, and it's all going to come down to that artillery barrage for Saints. Now, as we think about kills in transition, the spawn. Oh, Josh has spawned out. This is an opportunity. This is a moment in time where Echo Fox could potentially get spawns in their favor and win the rotation without using the artillery barrage.
Well, 2 players fall. They're just going to get shot in the back. Sento's the last one up, and he's looking for trades.
Call it in now.
You're going to have to at some point. And the question is, where do you put it? Right on top of the hill in the back. We see the decision. It's right on top of the hill. So now you just need to make sure that you do not lose. But Splyce is actually sitting in the hill. Jared's making the commitment. He's like, I can sit through at least a couple of these blasts, and he's doing just fine. So the pressure's on Echo Fox. They're trying to flood in the back. Saints is going to be there. Finally, the artillery gets the kill, and the kills are going their way. But Splyce keeps spawning in the back. Madcat picks up 2. Now you got to flood in from rails. 10 seconds away. The contest is coming in. The nades are coming in. The flood is coming in. 2 are going to go down in favor of Echo Fox. They're inside contesting for a moment, but they're just playing for survival. Jared's playing to be sneaky. He picks up 2. Make it all 3. Now the flood isn't going to be there. You're coming down to desperation nades, but the 3-piece from Jared is going to seal the deal. And Splyce closes this one up. In the end, they are 2 for 2 on Gibraltar today, looking clean.
You see them getting hyped up there after that map win. Jared with the Bronze Star. It was the game-winning play when all things considered, as he finds 3 kills inside the hardpoint. Despite Splyce getting outslayed there at that hardpoint, they find a way. And where there's a will, there's a way. Splyce wind up taking it. And now it's back to back to back game 5s here on day 2 of stage 2.
And Europe is what, 2 for 2 so far, right?
Yep. Red Reserve just won their game 5 against TK. Splyce earlier in the day, they won their game 5 against EG. Looking to make it all European game 5s, 3 in a row.
I will say the tough thing is this is where Echo Foxes just lived. Since Seattle, they were 4-1 in game 5s. I think they'd won another one yesterday, although I guess they lost to TK if that went to game 5. So back and forth, it's not going to be easy. I'm excited for map 5 because map number 2 on its own was pretty crazy. But yeah, Splyce, at least on Gibraltar for hardpoint, they've been looking great. They were getting outslayed for the majority, but they still get the W.
Yeah, absolutely. And here we go. The stage is now set. A game 5 between Splyce and Echo Fox. We've had some crazy moments so far throughout this series, and we're guaranteed to get one more. Both teams now fighting to win this series. We're going to be going to game 5 right after this quick commercial break. The 15th map in a row where it's going to be a European team looking to win their third Game 5 in a row. Splyce, this could be their second one of the day. Of course, we just saw Red Reserve take their Game 5 against Team Caliber. We're heading over to Valkyrie for our Game 5 action in Search and Destroy. This one could be a toss-up at times between these teams. We'll see who comes out on top. But a lot of momentum now in favor of Splyce as they just took that Gibraltar hardpoint.
We'll see if they can let it ride. I mean, 2 matches a day is nothing for these guys coming from the open events. They're used to playing like 4, 5, 6, 7. I think the most we've seen is 9 in a row. So they're going to be feeling good. Again, carrying that momentum. Of course, though, inside it's going to be Vicento. The lone wolf, he's got a little bit of help, but outside of the building. And the First Bloods, they seem to always come inside of this A bomb site. We'll see who gets the edge.
Okay, both teams still feeling each other out. Typically on Valkyrie, you do see some initial aggression over towards that A bomb site as the offense tries to open up the angles, but still viable to push over towards the B bomb site as well, depending on the situation. And speaking of the situation, still 4 alive for both teams. Some smoke's being deployed out. Action now going down inside the A bomb site. First Blood comes in, make it 2. Quickly in for Splyce, and they're wasting no time, trying to get the objective down right after. It's Temp looking to find an intro kill inside. Saints here, of course, to follow up alongside him. And now it's all down to Temp. 1v4.
And they know exactly where he is.
I think he's dead.
Screwed. He's going to get shot in the back. Oh.
He wants to get it to Josh, I think, because Josh had 2 kills, but I guess decides to just finish the kill.
Josh, I mean, even like an assist point might have like come in, so it does look weird, but yeah, he's just trying to get as many points spread around. So maybe he got the assist, who knows, but we could check the streaks, of course, the next round. But either way, you get the First Blood inside of A, you get full control because Fento was by himself and he got hit from 2 different angles. Temp also killed a barrel that round. I don't know if you saw that. Just
killed a barrel?
Pepper some shots. Yeah, he's shooting at a barrel for like
Poor barrel. He's just there to give you some cover and you're just putting shots into it. But if Echo Fox do wind up losing this series, they would have a lot of heartbreaking losses so far to start off.
Oh, yeah. Too. And they had the same thing for Division 1. I know it's a slightly different roster, but they had a lot of really tough losses where they should have won, and they ended up like 6th in division, don't make playoffs, and that was a team a lot of people had high expectations for. So a lot of Call of Duty left to be played, and Saints at the very least, yes, he does get traded out, but does get that First Blood, so it's a little bit more information for his team, and Temp is trying to utilize that, was hunting this player down, and he is just actually really going for it.
He's got the bomb, and he's all alone. Fortunately, he's going to decide to commit into the A bomb site. He's going to catch Bance coming off sprint, but that should reveal the hand here. Josh, by the way, on a 3, make it a 4 spree. Now closing in on that glide bomb. Of course, on Valkyrie, typically not too impactful, but still nice to have. Always fun to have some toys to play with, but now the bomb going to get planted, and now for the moment in time, it's going to be that player out of body. Couldn't shoot back, but the bomb gets planted. Josh now going to catch Temp out. Yes, he does. Now it's all down to Vicento on 1v2.
Well, now Mad Cat, honestly, I think kind of needs the hunt. He needs to be the guy that at least makes sure that Vicento reveals himself, because you want Josh to get this kill. You want him to get the kill. You want him to get the fuse. So, yeah, Mad Cat, I think, needs to move, because Vicento's just going to be out. And there you go, First Blood, and Mad Cat's nowhere near for the trade. Still, though, you have a 1v1. Mad Cat has a little bit of information, and Vicento's going to have to go inside to check this bomb. And Mad Cat, for the moment, he is staring at the right door, but Vicento is ice cold. And just like that, I think Vicento could hear him as well, and he times it perfectly for the free kill. And that's a very solid round for Vicento, and I'm going to say it, I don't know what Mad Cat was doing that whole time. You got to come bait for your teammate.
100% agree with you there. At the very least, put yourself in a position to trade the kill out. Definitely agree that you want to group up in that scenario. You know, Vicento, he's all alone. Try to overwhelm him with the numbers. Maybe a misplay on the side of Splyce, and a huge kill for Facento to make. Of course, that shuts down Josh from earning some streaks and gives some momentum back in the side of Echo Fox, the in-game leader. Facento making some big plays happen, and when your in-game leader's cruising and having a good time, he's just going to transfer that energy over to the rest of his teammates. Now it's going to be Echo Fox on their defensive end. Let's see if they could follow this momentum up.
Well, this time, last time around, Facento played inside A. This time they give it up completely. They're trying to send 2 men on the flank, and you see it's not going to work. MadCat just posted up with the STG, had a little bit of help as well. Going to get the first blood once again. Facento's going to sprint inside of the A bomb site into pre-aim, and that's basically just a collapse of a round. Saints get shot in the side, and Echo Fox at this point is barely even shooting back. This time they do. Doesn't make a difference, and Splyce gets another round on the board, which frankly, very good chance they should have been up 3-0, but either way, they'll take what they can get with that 2-1 lead.
Yeah, Josh, through 3 rounds now, has 7 total kills on the board.
Not bad.
Averaging a little bit over 2 kills per round. Solid stuff here at the start of our Game 5 Valkyrie Search and Destroy. If you're just tuning in now, you missed one hell of a series. You saw Splyce come out strong in that Game 1 hardpoint, despite a bit of a slow start. Echo Fox rebound in the following Ardens for Search and Destroy. Bit of a crazy Flak Tower CTF, lots of crazy moments, but it was Gibraltar hardpoint taken by Splyce to force us here on the Game 5. It's going to be Splyce on their defensive end, Echo Fox on offense. Could be a swing round here. Splyce looking to go up by 2 rounds.
See if they can get that first blood. It seems like Splyce, I was going to say if Dirt stayed inside A, is going for the control of the A room, but they are just going to be wiggling around, waiting for Echo Fox to make a play, because again, Echo Fox has to force the action, and they're playing very, very patient off the rip. I mean, it looks like Saints might be trying to make a play, but any number of people at the moment can. It's literally a 4-man spread for each team, and they're all like gearing up to take one-on-one gunfights. But 10th round so far, 45 seconds in, all 8 players still alive.
Yeah, Splyce had a good setup going. They had all the angles covered, but as Bance gives up that positioning over near the side alley, that's going to open up room for Temp, maybe to collapse in over here on the A bomb site. Bance finds first blood, but there's Temp inside A. He takes down Jerd, so it's an even trade between both teams. But now A is now controlled by Echo Fox. The objective will get planted here. Now it's going to be up to Splyce, working on the retake.
And I will say, Temp just lives on the edge. He just takes that bomb deep into enemy territory, but he's finding holes in their setup, trying to make these plays. Now Facento's covering the side German door. Bance is going to get tagged up, but you see the swarm coming in. Josh on the full flank again, tags up 1, gets traded by the second, and now MadCat again. This is another time we've seen him where there's 24 seconds left. He has the SCG, and he's just nowhere near the site. They're playing passive, waiting for Josh to make plays, which he almost did. He almost did, but he gets traded out, and then you just lose the round in thereafter. So credit to Temp for making the initial play with the bomb. Credit for Facento for getting those final 2 kills.
Certainly an opportunity there for Splyce to maybe come out with that round win. But I think as soon as you miss that kill on the Aqua, the round just falls apart for Splyce. But Echo Fox staying alive. I believe the game now tied up. 2 rounds apiece for either team. Aqua, speaking of, yet to find a kill in this game. 0-4, but still it's tied up. Important thing here is just to shut down Josh. If you kill Josh, just exponentially increases your chance to win the round.
Well, Facento trying to kill quite a few people. Churd gets taken down, but he does trade it out with his own dead nade. Now Aqua has 1 door covered. Josh, though, you said you need to kill him. Well, actually, another dead nade comes in, so nades are the saving grace for all fallen foes on this map, but you got a straight-up 2v2. Aqua and Saints versus MadCat and Bance. Bance does have that bomb. He is inside of A, but I don't think he's going to want to plant it anytime soon. And MadCat's going to sniff this one out, so does Saints.
Ooh. I was about to say, these are not the players you want alive for Echo Fox, combining now for 1 and 9 in this game. Make it 1 and 10 as Splyce, they win the 2v2 there to rebuild their 1-round lead. Of course, very fragile, but here's Bance in the Bronze Star. You see him getting the final kill of the round. Just want to point it out once again, Saints and Aqua struggling here in the Game 5, but despite that, only a 1-round deficit. Still a chance to come back and find their footing in this game.
And I really think Splyce should make an adjustment on defense. They've been having trouble of retaking the bomb sites, well, at least the A side of how slow they've been playing. So either get aggressive post-plant or just get aggressive now. Just off the rip, just get control of the A room, and then you'll be good to go potentially in thereafter. But yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head. You got 2 players, 1 and 10. They just have to step it up, and Aqua might be able to get the first blood. Bance, though, not privy to peak, but again, just complete control of the A site early on. Does go to Echo Fox.
Temp gets stunned up. Jerd connected on that stun grenade. Maybe he wants to commit to this fight. Not anymore. Temp gets stunned up again. Yeah, as that grenade connects, I think 100% you want to challenge, but here comes the backup. Aqua waiting right around the corner. Jerd not going to commit. winds up being a smart play to happen. But take a look at number 1, Josh, as he's playing over near loading alongside Bance. They could pinch on in into this A bomb site. It could spell disaster for Echo Fox.
And this is such a delicate spot for Echo Fox to be in. They have 3 people in sight, 3 doorways to cover. Batent plants the bomb, tries to get out, and he gets caught. Now Bance actually should be able to get in for free, and all of a sudden you talk about a quick retake. That's as quick as it gets. They just swarm on in, and now Aqua's by himself. He's going to get tagged up from Bance, and he got players hunting down from the other side. MatCat cleans them up, and we talk about adjustments that you make in the middle of S&D. We were talking about they were a little bit too slow. That bomb gets planted, and they get 3 kills in, what, the next 4 seconds? Insanely quick.
Yeah, I thought Bance, like, as he saw Aqua run away, you heard me say yes. I thought he was just going to go right for the defuse after that, as his teammate was, of course, pitching in. But I think it was MatCat able to finish the kill there onto Aqua. Now, one thing to look forward to is Aqua did find a kill in that round, so he's no longer on that goose egg. So maybe could build off that. Looking forward to ahead in this game. But as it stands, it's going to be Splyce with a 2-round lead. Bance just had a big round previously. Speaking of Bance, he's got 2 bomb plants. He's got 3 first bloods as well. Things are looking good for this young gentleman on this Splyce lineup. Of course, Josh continuing to perform at 8-4. Now it's going to be an attack over towards this B site. Nobody here for Echo Fox as Saints vacates his positioning. Bance is just going to look to lay this one down. Just checking that back square. Nothing there, so he's going to be like, okay, I'll gladly take this bomb plant, put me closer to that glide bomb. And this is the open bombs on the map, so if he gets the glide bomb, backs on up, he could use it to pick off the diffuser and potentially win a round.
Can I just say, when Bance threw that nade, I would have been mind blown if there was actually someone there for him to run a full circle around the site. Either way, though, 3v3, Aqua does pick up Bance to shut down those streaks. And Echo Fox working on the retake. And actually, Vicento's going to be a key because he picks up MatCat, who was trying to come through the bottom cut. And all of a sudden, Josh is by himself. And if anyone can do it, it's going to be him. But he's going to be one shot. He's got to get away, and he's got to get past Vicento to Aqua to stop the bomb defuse coming in.
Oh, he
does so.
He's
now he's got to go.
He's on the bomb. Okay, he got the diffuser. It was delayed there for a second.
You thought Aqua hopped
I thought
off
maybe there's a chance, but yes, he holds the defuse. Josh, the bomb was not planned for him. He had to commit to the bomb fight. Makes it around, certainly, but the big thing to take away there, not only does Echo Fox win the round, you shut down the streaks, right? No streaks earned from Bance. Big kill for Echo Fox to make. But still, Splyce, they got a lot of kills in this game. They're still cruising. Yeah, the majority of the first bloods. Let's see if they can find their defensive round win to put themselves on series point.
And I'm just saying, Echo Fox, they just like desperately need to kill Josh. Not for like streak purposes, just because he's been frying. Like even in the 1v3s, he's just winning gunfights. It seems like he shouldn't. So he's been on point. Kill Josh, win the round. That would be like my keys to success at this point in time. But either way, another very, very stationary round coming in on Valk S&D, where players are very happy just looking for the first blood. Delicate balance. Jerd does know that there's 2 players over on in. And it looks like they're going to walk into him, and it doesn't matter. Aqua sprints into gunfights, but that's because he wins them. And now Bance looking for a second because he trades out on Temp. And then another 3v3. Another situation where 18 different things happen, and anyone can come out on top.
Inside loading, almost a snap there by Josh, but Saints picks up the kill. Aqua going to get rechallenged here by MatCat. Tagged up, and Aqua looks like he wants to commit to this fight. He knows MatCat probably in this corner. Oh, he turns around at just the wrong moment, but here comes Bance off the reload. Oh my God! Aqua off the reload, gets caught out, but still wins the fight. I gotta watch this again. Bance just jumping right through, gets first shot, but still Aqua connects with all 3 bullets. He gets 3 kills in this round in a game where he started off 0-6. Aqua really getting in a rhythm here, just when Echo Fox need him.
Bance just pulled out his phone, DM Slack. He's like, yo, we really need to take care of that because he's not going to be happy. But again, Aqua, he just wins gunfight. It doesn't matter if he's sprinting, reloading. Sometimes
now he's got the most kills on his team.
He's just pulling out some magic. So yeah, he turned the game around. That's what Echo Fox needed to have happen. Now he's working towards some streaks on his own, but either way, this is the most different round on offense we have seen so far. It is a 4-man hit on the bottom side of the map, and it's unique, but they're still not moving. They still have to do something, and Saints is the guy to watch. The pressure's coming in on him. And he's not backing down. He's ready for the fight. Bance comes around the side, and he's going to take him down, make it the nade from Jerd. And there you go, full control of the site. Now it's on Echo Fox to make a play.
Last time this happened, Echo Fox were able to make the retake happen. All eyes now on Aqua, working towards that glide bomb. Of course, the wide open bomb site could help take out one of those defending players. Big round here as whoever wins it will put themselves on series point. And there you go. Aqua takes down Mad Cat. Is he going to use the glide bomb? Is he going to use the glide bomb? Yes, he is. But his teammates die. Commit onto the fight. Commit on the side. Someone push in. Yes, he leaves himself from the glide bomb, but it still picks up the kill on the Bance. Now 1v2. 20 seconds remaining. Aqua looking to find one more kill at least. Give yourself a tool to use in this upcoming round. Checking the bomb. Aqua's going to get pinched on in. Even though the glide bomb finds the kill, his teammates die off the back of it. Splyce now 1 round away from not only winning their second Game 5 of the day, but yeah, actually, I got nothing to follow that up. They got to win 1 round to win their second Game 5 of the day.
Pretty much it. It's still only day 2 of Season 2 of the Pro League. It is very early on, but again, the intensity is there. Every single map matters. Every single match matters. Crazy stuff, and again, as you put it, Splyce. I mean, I guess I wouldn't say they have a lot of doubters. I was a huge doubter of them, but they're looking great so far, especially Josh, man. Yeah. We talked about it. You kill him, you win the round. You don't kill him, he's causing problems. Man has 13 kills in 9 rounds.
It's great to see him having a big impact on this game, right? He struggled in, their first matchup against TK. We gave him a little bit of a flack, but he's rebounding here in a strong way. Bance as well. He's certainly finding his rhythm, right? He's got 4 bomb plants. He's got 3 first bloods. Certainly putting in work here for this Splyce lineup. So now all pressure onto Echo Fox. Got to win this round, stay alive in the series. Otherwise, it's another heartbreaking loss for your squad.
I'm ready for some heartbreak. Got to be the heartbreak kid. Again, it's just been that A-site control early to Splyce. Granite Bance is sort of by himself, and yeah, just like that, Jerd gets forced back. That allows Aqua in. Aqua's hunting for kills, and that's just not a gunfight Jerd is going to be able to win. And Saints finds Josh, and there you go. You kill Josh, you win the round. Mad Cat's going for the hero 1v4. Not going to be the case. Is this round 11?
This is round 11. Let's get it. Comes down to this one final round, and I will say that opening pick from Echo Fox was executed to perfection. They knew that Bance was playing behind that box. Temp throws the grenade in to soften him up, and as soon as that grenade explodes, they challenge him from closet as well to pick off Bance and get the early first blood.
They also had to get Jerd weak before. That was the door that Aqua slipped through. So again, it was definitely the methodical nades in the making that were the opening, but screw the methodical plays. Now let's just go for something bold. Someone makes something happen. And it looks like Echo Fox is like, nah, we'll go for that 4-man spread.
I can't believe Aqua has 11 kills in this game. Considering he was 0-6, yeah, what a way to turn it around in such a big moment for his team.
Well, Bance making the adjustment on defense, doesn't want to play in the exact same spot. He saw what happened, so he's by himself, but he's very, very passive. And they've also double-stacked B. So it's interesting. You got one player wrapping back, but again, neither team wants to make a mistake, but Splyce for the moment has everything covered that they possibly can. No holes in their setup. They got to make sure to play perfect, though.
And I'll tell you, Chance, there's no worse feeling in the world than getting first blooded in round 11, especially when you're Josh, the lead performer in the team, and Bance, the second one to follow up. He falls as well. Now it's down to Jerd, as well as Mad Cat, a 4v2 situation, but there's the trade. Makes it a bit more manageable on the map, but look at where the bomb is heading towards. Echo Fox vacating that A bomb site, rotating out over towards B. This is going to be a free bomb plant for them as Vicento chooses to lay it down. Let's see how Splyce decide to respond, as now it's up to them to retake it. Series point, either team, down to this.
And you got to watch Jerd. You have to watch Jerd. He made the magic happen against Evil Geniuses. He's got to make the magic happen once again. He has the help of Mad Cat. Mad Cat's the first one there, but they got to play aggressive, and they got to hit the site together, and they do not have time. They got to go. There's so many head glitches in the back of the map, and they wasted it. They're walking forward. Now Jerd for the 1v3 in 21 seconds, and is it going to happen? There is zero hope. Everyone's just posted up. They were waiting for Echo Fox to make a mistake, but the bomb was down, and they're going to fall apart. It's a tough spot to deal with, and it's tougher to handle the round 11 defeat. You put in all that work, all that effort to try and go 2-0 on the day, and you get oh so close. But in the end, it's Echo Fox. What was it, their only match today? They're like, hey, we're here. We won. Good job. Let's go home.
And, that was a really important match for Echo Fox to win just because of the fashion that they lost their game last night, right? You love to see them just battle back here and close this out in Game 5. You see the defeated look on the members of Splyce, but still, solid day for them overall as they go 1-1. Of course, opportunities for them to close this one out, but you have to give credit to Aqua. A very slow start for him in that Game 5, and he completely turned it around. Winds up having the most kills on his team. I believe he finishes 11 and 8. Giving credit where credit is due. Aqua, you're a beast.
It's heartbreaking. We talked about it was going to be heartbreaking, and I actually do feel for Splyce because that's such a difficult loss. Like, it's almost a necessity of a win with how tight this division is, and it's not like you got blown out 3-0. It's like you fought tooth and nail. You won the maps that you had to until the end, and even then, it just goes down to the wire. But I guess, yeah, if you want to focus on the positives, again, it's no better than to talk about Aqua. It goes on a massive comeback. He was the man that was doing him for him in Seattle, right, where they were 4-1 in Game 5s. They were incredibly clutch. They get that top 4 placing, which is completely respectable. I would love to be able to place top 4. I know these guys want the win, but, like, not bad at all. And they continue Game 5 victories here. I think this is the 3rd one they've had already in the Pro League.
And they played, I think, a grand total of 3 matches as well. So you love to see Echo Fox at least win one of them. Had they lost, 3 in a row, I think that would have been.
They're 1-1 or 2-1 now.
They're 2-1 now. Okay,
I
never
think so.
mind.
You want to bet $1 again?
No, I don't. I'm already up $1 on you, but there you go. That's gonna wrap it up for that series between Splyce and Echo Fox. Echo Fox wind up taking it in Game 5. What an exciting series to be a part of. It was a pleasure casting it with you, Chance, but that wraps it up. We have 1 series left. FaZe Clan going up against Evil Geniuses right after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Call of Duty World League presented by PlayStation 4. We now just have one final game left here on day 2, week 1 of stage 2. So the day going pretty eventful. A couple of game 5s, and we had another game 5 that we just saw on the main stage. Sadly, it was no hat trick for the Europeans. Splyce ultimately fall in their second game 5. But overall, you take a look at that series as a whole, and there was some striking resemblances to what you saw in Seattle, Nameless.
Oh yeah, Echo Fox win both search and destroys. They lose both hard points. I thought that Splyce was going to go into that match with a lot of momentum after reverse sweeping in their previous match, which they did. They win that first map. You know, Mad Cat actually outperformed Aqua like really bad on that first map. Aqua had a terrible St. Marie hardpoint. Mad Cat went off, which is something that you're really looking for your AR to do on a map like St. Marie. And Echo Fox, both search and destroys. They end up winning the series. So S&D wins championships, man.
Most definitely does. Wins your series here in the Pro League. Very, very importantly, that game 5, of course. Little kind of nerve-wracking there, Phil, because for a minute it looked as if Splyce could actually do it.
Yeah, I think so. And the one thing that I'm taking away from this is Splyce have now obviously played 3 games, 2 of which today. And yesterday I was wanting to see a little bit more from Splyce, this new roster, how they're going to perform. And going at the end of the day now, you know, we've seen them take a win, a loss, obviously, today. And we're starting to see how good they are. Even the best of teams, they're pushing to a game 5. Of course, stage 2 is a very long process. You know, week after week, these guys have got to perform. I'm interested to see if they can start closing them out. We saw them close out 1 today. I think that they will do. I think still they're in kind of that teething phase, obviously, as a new roster. But for me, high expectations of Splyce going forward. I just can't wait to see that Splyce Red Reserve game. I know I'm jumping the gun a little bit, but
it's going to be a good one.
It's one to watch out for.
It's definitely going to be a good one. But it begs the question now, obviously, we've been, I don't want to say rating the teams so far, but we've kind of been getting a bit of a better judgment of where we think they're going to ultimately finish in the division. For you now, Nameless, Splyce, where do you think they're ultimately going to fall? Top 4 potentially, or maybe just a little bit lower?
Oh, they definitely have the potential to be top 4. I mean, you look at a team like Echo Fox, right? They got top 4 at the last tournament, and Splyce just took them pretty far.
Right.
And Splyce is still working out some of their problems. I think they're going to be a bubble team for sure. They're going to be fighting for that 4th place spot. But that's what we've been saying. Kind of the theme of this division is going to be back and forth games. All the teams are equally talented pretty much, and it's going to be back and forth. And if Splyce can put it together, they can definitely be a team, but I think it's going to be on the bubble kind of for that 3rd, 4th place spot.
And you kind of mentioned the importance of that game specifically as well with how that's going to handle, you know, the rest of the division. Obviously, FaZe, they haven't had the ideal start, but that game was actually pretty